What is up, guys? Welcome back to my official channel, and these are my top 4 predictions for the new season. They have come a little bit late. I decided I was going to let the first round of fixtures go through, see if they would change my mind, and to be honest, they have kind of tweaked my predictions just a little bit. So these are my top 4 predictions, as well as my golden boot and golden glove winners, but those are going to come a little bit later because I don't really want to spoil my predictions, which if I put them first, it would more or less give you an idea of how I think the season's going to go for which team. So, without further ado, these are my top 4 predictions. So in 4th place, I'm going to go with Tottenham. And the main reason why I'm going to go with Tottenham for 4th place is because they're in a new stadium. They have to adapt to that new stadium. They played a couple of games there last season and they didn't look all that convincing. And I feel like it's going to take more time for them to fully adapt to Wembley. As well as the fact that most other clubs are going to look at Wembley and they're going to see it as that big away day that they're looking forward to. Especially your lower mid-table clubs, because that's going to be the big day out at Wembley. It's going to be... For some of them, they probably haven't seen Wembley in a couple years, maybe a decade or a few decades if you're really looking back. Your Newcastles, your Burnleys, they're going to be hyped for this match, and it might give them the extra edge in games against Tottenham. Also, due to the fact that Tottenham may not even be filling out their stadium, for the Spurs-Chelsea match, there's rumoured to be about 20,000 empty seats there. So I'm thinking if that's going to be for Spurs v Chelsea, imagine what it is for the no offense, the smaller clubs. It could be even more empty seats, and that could lead to a lack of atmosphere at the ground as well. So I think all these factors are going to hold Tottenham back, and I don't think they're going to drop out the top 4, but I think it's going to be a much more difficult season for them. So Tottenham will be my fourth choice. In 3rd place, I'm actually going to go with Chelsea. I don't really like to say that we're going to finish 3rd, but I think we are, mainly just because the thing that I've been talking about for a while now, and it's our depth and lack of it. I don't think we're going to have a terrible season. I'd really like to think of these predictions and try to think of a perfect scenario where we've made the right transfers and we have all the right players that we need, but that just wouldn't be fair. So I've got to think about it as the team right now. And as a starting 11, I do think Chelsea have the starting 11 to win the league. But I'm thinking now that we have midweek football, now that we have Champions League football every 2 weeks up to December, we've got the Christmas fixtures. We're going to be having a lot more games than we did last season. And the fact that we don't really have the bench to help us out if some key players go off injured or suspended, like we have right now with Fabregas and Cahill out. We have Hazard and Pedro out injured, and Bakayoko injured as well. So I'm not sure that we have the bench to win the league. I think as a starting 11 we're fine, but we're probably going to get injuries. I don't think we're going to be as lucky as we were last season. I don't think it's going to be a terrible season for us, but it's going to be very difficult. Obviously, I hope I'm wrong, but for now I'm going to say Chelsea for 3rd place. In 2nd place, I'm going to go with Manchester City. I think Manchester City have made some very good signings this summer. They've fixed up their defence, which has needed fixing up for a good few years. They've signed Kyle Walker, they've signed Mendy, they've signed Danilo. They've got themselves another goalkeeper in Ederson, and they needed another goalkeeper. So I think they have made very good signings, but I think what may hold them back is leadership and lack of it if Kompany goes out injured, and we know Kompany is a very injury-prone player. If Aguero goes out injured, I think Gabriel Jesus would be able to hold up the attack, but I don't know if he'd be as good as Aguero is. I think the defence would be a lot better off now than they would be last season without Kompany, but I still think they're going to feel it. If they got another centre-back, maybe I'd see them as finishing first, but for right now I just don't, and it's mainly because the team that I think is finishing first is just too strong. And the team that I'm picking to finish first is Manchester United. Jose Mourinho has made the right sorts of signings for this summer. They've got themselves Lukaku. I've heard Zlatan may even be coming back. They've got themselves Nemanja Matic, which hurts so much because I feel like we've just handed the league title to them for 35 mil plus add-ons. And the team just looks strong, physical, fast. They look more or less perfect, that squad. There's David De Gea in goal, and we already know how ridiculous he is. They've got a solid back four with Lindelof, Baina. As soon as they get some sort of chemistry and link up together, they're going to be unstoppable. You've got Matic and Herrera sitting back, supporting the defence as well, and allowing Pogba to free roam. They also have Lukaku up front. They've got Mkhitaryan, Mata. Their bench is stacked. They're going to have Rashford. Even if Zlatan comes back, he'll probably be coming. He'll be competing for the starting spot, maybe coming off the bench. United just look too strong for me, and to be honest, I think the title's theirs. I'd be surprised if they don't win it. I'd generally be shocked if they didn't win it. My pick for the Golden Glove Award would go to David De Gea. And I think that's simply because he's the best goalkeeper in the league. His reactions are a joke. I'd genuinely be surprised if anyone else wins it. I think David De Gea has a great defence in front of him, and he himself is capable of winning the Golden Glove. You've seen it before. He has saved United single-handedly in past seasons, and I think the sky's the limit for him, to be honest. And the same goes for my Golden Boot winner, which I think is going to be Harry Kane yet again. I think he'll have a slow start as he usually does, but the moment it comes to the turn of the year, or around December, November, everything's going to click for him. It's going to be perfect. Everything he touches will turn into a goal. Harry Kane, I personally think, is the best goal scorer in the league. So I'm going with the best goalkeeper. I'm going with the best striker for the Golden Glove and the Golden Boot Awards. But guys, if you think differently to me, leave a comment down below. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to CarefreeLewisG, and stick around for tomorrow because my Tottenham preview will be coming up at around 4 or 5 p.m. So stick around, guys. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow.